Green Bay Packers just received good and bad injury news. I'm going to break that down for you guys in this video. If you are new and haven't subscribed yet, please take a moment if you like the content to hit that subscribe button. The NFL kickoff is tonight. I am super stoked. Kansas City, Baltimore, and an even better game happens tomorrow in Brazil. The Packers against Philadelphia Eagles. Leave your comments and let me know who's going to win that game. I know we're all Packer fans, but Philadelphia is a very good and talented team. This is going to be a much different look than a lot of NFL teams saw in Philadelphia last year. This is a good Philly team, a team that I think is going to win the East. Yes, I said that they're going to win the East. They're going to get ahead of the Dallas Cowboys in the East, in my opinion, and the Packers are going to win the North. That is my early predictions. So we've all heard the rumblings and talkings of, okay, the Packers are heading into Brazil. What does that mean on the injury report for the Packers? You got Tucker Kraft, who's banged up. You got Romeo Dobbs, who's banged up, Marshawn Lloyd, etc. There's a few guys out there that are going to be key to the Packers' success in Friday's matchup. So let's take a look. Obviously, we saw in this report where it said it's unclear if Kraft's injury will put his playing availability in danger for Friday night. And the Packers get good news. They get really good news. Okay, so here's the thing. Tucker Kraft is a very talented linebacker for the Packers. We saw that last year when they needed to call on him to step up in a major way when Luke Musgrave went out with an injury. Obviously, Luke Musgrave is a very talented and gifted tight end. I think you're going to see a lot of separation between him and other tight ends in the league after this year. I think Jordan Love is going to capitalize and love the separation this dude creates out there on the football field. And then you got Tucker Kraft, who's that all around talented tight end who can do everything. And he's a better blocking tight end than Luke Musgrave. Luke Musgrave, I just love in Matt LaFleur's offense. And I think, and super excited, I think he's going to have a monster year. Then you got Ben Sims. Okay. So say Tucker Kraft doesn't play. What does it mean for the Packers? You got Luke Musgrave and Ben Sims that they're going to have to call. I like Sims. I think he's a good tight end when you need to call on him. But obviously, the Packers, they could have some injuries that pop up during the game. So who would they look to? Andrew Beck, fullback. I think they would call him up on the practice squad. I think they'd have to lean into this dude. This dude is not a stranger to playing some NFL live action, 66 games, 22 started in his NFL career. He's been proven as that hybrid type fullback who can act as a tight end if need be. He's got some hands. They've utilized him throughout his career with his hands. So that would be my guess if the Packers had to lean on somebody other than if Tucker Kraft is a no-go. But let's look into that. Is Tucker Kraft can be a no-go? Well, the Packers get great news today, and it came through A to Z Sports. It said that tight end Tucker Kraft practiced and looked fine after being added on the injury report on Wednesday because of a back injury. Nobody knew the severity of the back injury, but that's super encouraging. Great news for Packer fans and the organization because now they can incorporate Tucker Kraft. More than likely, he's going to be a go. He is on the questionable report, but more than likely he's going to be a go. Wide receiver Romeo Dobbs also practiced without any hand protection, so he will most likely be a go as well. Then you saw the final injury report come out for Philadelphia. You got cornerback Isaiah Rodgers out with a hand. Devin White, linebacker, he is also out for Philadelphia. That is it for them. Out for the Packers, Aaron Mosby, not really a hurt to the Packers because they're so loaded at end and they just are stacked there. They got 6 ends on the team. Aaron Mosby is out for personal reasons. So he will not be suiting up. You got Tucker Kraft, questionable back. We got the good news on that. He was at practice. You got Emmanuel Wilson, hip. That's going to be more of the big question there of running back committee. You got Marshawn Lloyd, Emmanuel Wilson. The only 2 guys on the depth chart when you start taking a look at the depth chart, Josh Jacobs, Marshawn Lloyd, Emmanuel Wilson. And we talked about it in yesterday's video. So if you want to go back to yesterday's video, the Packers obviously could get thin. So that'd be something to watch. later on as the game approaches tomorrow. But Marshawn Lloyd hamstring, I think that he is going to be a go. I personally do. I think from everything that I've been reading on, I think he is going to be a go. And I also think the same for Emmanuel Wilson. But whether or not those guys stay in the game the whole time, one thing we do know is that Josh Jacobs is that running back that if called upon and needed to just take the bulk of the carries the whole game, the dude is used to a massive workload, hence why they brought him in Green Bay. He's not afraid of taking on the extra work. He's been so successful in doing so. So leave your comments. Let me know who you think is going to win tomorrow night's game. And as always, go Pack Go.